Hi, it is Tease. It is Tease. I hope all are well. Hope all are safe. I want to make this really quickly. I'm just jumping in on the live, just so I don't have any interruptions with data and all that. But there's like a one thing that I for sure would never do, because I normally now these days I'm like, well, don't say what you never do. But I'm thinking as long as I'm not doing nothing strange for change, I can say with a straight face, I would never do that. But when it comes to children, like my children or the children who I've raised, I would never abandon them or tell them, "Oh, you're too old." I mean, well, yeah, you're too old to be living at home, or you're not working. And I even went as far as saying, like, now, not to say that I operate this way, but if you actually have love for your family, you'd be like, okay, well, not even if you were a quote unquote criminal, hell, even a mass murderer. Because, I'm not saying this applies to me, that might be the only deal breaker. Okay, well, hell, you are a serial killer, but then again, though, I still wouldn't stop loving you, because there's some families and parents out there, you can be all of the worst things in the world, and yet they're going to go out of their way to protect you. So a lot of people will say, oh, it's because he or she doesn't have a job, or this and that. But those same people would house the family serial killer or the family sex offender and will protect them. So I'm thinking, like, how could you do that though? And if your only reason is, oh, my children they can't leave home, or they gotta go homeless because they're not working, or because they're over 18, and I'm thinking, like, I don't know if that was a Southern thing or an American thing, but I never agreed with that. I don't care if my children are 1,000 years old. It's like, if you need home, or you need your parents, or you need help, you damn need help. Even if you're strung out on drugs. Okay, I'm broke because I'm on drugs, or broke because I got a gambling problem. Obviously, you need help. So it's like, I never understood why some parents are like that. And there's nothing wrong with discipline. Yeah, you could stay home. Maybe the rent might be high as hell, or yeah, you could stay home, but maybe you can't sleep in. That's perfectly fine, because that's called discipline. But just saying that, oh, you hit a certain age, or you're not working, or whatever case may, oh, you got to get out. Because there's been so many stories that I've heard. It's been so sad, because you leave your children for dead, and they're going to remember that. Like, damn, I literally was left for dead. I was left for dead. Personally, I was literally left for dead, where it's like, okay, everybody, oh, get out, get away. I'm slamming the door as if I'm the plague. And probably the worst thing that I do is maybe talk too much. Like, I wasn't stealing. I do my part. And even if I'm dead broke, I'm still going to take care of the house, or take care of wherever I am while I'm getting in the way. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm never just the bump on the log. I'm utilized in more than one way. Whether you need a babysitter, you just want to clean up, cook, whatever. I would never be in someone's, even though now I probably will just be more comfortable living in a tent on the side of the road than living with somebody. I would rather literally just live in a tent on the side of the road. Not in the city, though, because there's too many people on the side of the sidewalk. But I'm just saying, I would be off in the outskirts, literally just me and the wildlife. Before I call myself, oh, well, damn, I hit hard times. Can I crash on your couch? No. Because I could promise you, being homeless is more stressful and more expensive than trying to maintain the damn mansion in Beverly Hills. And you might say, what all that to do? All you got to say is F it. Homeless, I'm telling you, it's much worse being homeless. Because then you got to go down that check mark list. Where you going to wash your ass? Where you going to live? Where you storing up stuff? Where you going to sleep? Where you going to stay? Like, because you got to be stabilized somewhere, instead of just saying, oh, I'm just living on the parking bench, or I'm just living in a parking lot. No, it has to be some stability. Otherwise, you got to pick up and move, and then find your new location. And then, where are you keeping your food? Where are you keeping your supplies? So you have to, it's a huge list that you got to go down the line. That's what I'm thinking. Like, some people think it's easier to just be homeless. Sometimes that's your only option, but no. If you ask me from personal experience, it's much more expensive and much more stressful to be homeless than to literally maintain a mansion in Beverly Hills. Hello, Isaac. Welcome in, you all. Yeah, so that's one thing that I would never do, is leave my children abandoned. I don't care if you're 35, a million, or whatever. Hello, intuitive enigma. Hello, welcome in. Oh, it's just blank. I had the phone laying down. I just had on blank screen. I'll be sure to put it in the subscription, because a lot of people, when they see the live on blank, they're like, hey, it's black, what's going on? But no, it's just on blank screen. Sometimes I just have it laying. Thank you, Isaac. Thank you for noticing. But yeah, like, literally, I've just heard so many horror stories of children, or older. They're not, at this point, they weren't children. I think this guy was about 25, but his sister, they finally got back into contact, because his story was, I guess he got kicked out at 19 for losing his job. So the mother kicked him out, and then the sister turned her back on him. She was more like, okay, well, hell, lazy people, if you don't work, lazy people don't get trinket, so to speak. If you're lazy, oh, the consequences is homelessness. And I'm thinking like, that's not true, especially in this environment. This was about 4 and 5 years ago. It wasn't recent, but that's not true, especially in this environment. Like I know people working 4, 5, 6 jobs and they're broke, and that's why to me I feel like at that point it is appropriate to just say, okay, F it. At that point, because you're literally doing your part, and it's not making ends meet because it's obvious that everybody it's time to get brought down a notch. Like this is not really the environment to say, oh, I can thrive. I mean, unless you're already a billionaire, and then therefore you got to maintain those billions. But if you're somebody literally trying to just nickel and diamond and paycheck to paycheck, your best bet is just to take it easy. Don't even worry about trying to keep up with foolishness. Oh, sure. Yeah, you can subscribe, Isaac. Yeah, no problem. Sure. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, welcome to subscriptions. Thank you so much. Um, yeah, so I literally, and I'm looking at that, I'm like, that was actually pretty sad, but I don't know the story behind it, but this was like from a TV show. The lady, she wanted to know, she was like, well, hey, I just want to reach out to you to see how can we, rekindle our relationship. And I wanted to reach out to you too, because I reached out again because our mother was sick. Oh, hey, Intuitive Enigma. I'm not sure if you were there. It's blank because I have the screen. The screen is on blank screen. You probably went in there when Isaac asked. Yeah, but I'll put it in the title though, so no one would be alarmed that it is black screen. Sometimes I do black screen lives, but thank you for noticing. Yeah, but the sister met back up with the brother. She was like, hey, well, I reached you out because mom was dying. Maybe this was about a year later. She was like, well, yeah, well, mom died, and so basically they wanted him to to come back around so she can inform him that the mother that put him out and had him homeless on the side of the road for 5 years, that the mother had died. And so she reached out again. She was like, I was trying to reach out to you, tell you that our mother is sick and she died. And he was pretty much like, well, I'm too busy trying to survive. I'm not worried about you or mom. I'm too busy living on the side of the road with other bums of the city. So at that point, I can see where the resentment comes in, because the young lady, she wanted to be upset about it. Oh, hey, I'm trying to reach out to you, and you're saying that you don't want to have a relationship with me because mom put you out. He was like, well, it's one thing for the mom to do something, and it's another thing if I need my sister or need someone to talk to, and you turn your back on me as well. So he was kind of holding on to resentment, which is understandable, because I feel the same way. Because it's like, when you're a child, and again, I never understood that, oh, well, you're over 18. Those are still children. Because I can tell you, if you know what young and dumb means, I think the average man and woman you're still young and dumb well after 25 years old. And that is an adult. You see what I'm saying? So let alone if you're so close to being a child. 18 doesn't say, oh, I'm 18. Now I am responsible and do no wrong. So it's like, really? Like, what kind of foolishness is that? And luckily in the past, I was more responsible in the past than I am now. I'm not saying that I'm not responsible, but I actually had more things at my fingertips. If I wanted this and that, brand new, this and that, with or without money, oh, it is mine at my fingertips. But like these days, I'm more just like, okay, whatever, just live cool and comfortable, stay out the way, and just maintain what you have, build and grow from there. And yeah, so that is right, Intuitive Enigma. Yeah, she was, so yeah, long story short, I mean, I kind of felt for him, because it's like, there's nothing worse than you're reaching out for family, and family leaves you for dead and could care less what happened to you. And I'm thinking like, yeah, that's some dirty shit. Because I'm thinking what makes that more worse is these same people would house a serial killer, or would have a sex offender in the next room over that they would protect, and that can do no wrong. I've had family members like that too. That was like in the church really bad, and they will abandon their children at a drop of a hat, or certain ones, the ones that aren't considered the quote unquote favorite. You will get dropped like a pair of old blue jeans, just waiting to get thrown in the trash. But then in the same breath, or in the same week, these same family members will protect a sex offender, or ex-con, or basically somebody who has no business in the house. They will get more protections than the children that actually need. And I'm just like, wow. And when I see this with my own eyes, I'm like, what is the world coming to? And then people want to put, hello everyone, hello. People, they want to put those type of family members on a pedestal. And I'm thinking like, or no, they make family, oh, family's so this and that. Like, no, for some people, families were the death of them. Family's the reason why they're assholes to this day, or the reason why they have that cold ass heart. Like I said, that young man who didn't show up to his mother's funeral, or pretty much said to hell with his mother because she threw him away at 19. his heart is just as cold as the mother's heart. You see what I'm saying? So it's like I don't know if that's called generational curse or whatever that is, but I know for sure I would never do no crap like that. And again, I don't care if my children are 1,000 years old. If you need home, or if you need your parents, or if you need something, then you need something. I don't know if they think us in this damn country we're supposed to be literal robots. Hell, even if I am a robot, all I need is oil and a new battery. I need something. Like, people blow me with that. Jeez, like, oh, you're supposed to be a human and you're supposed to have this and that together. You're not supposed to need air, nothing. You're just supposed to just sit there as needy as not Americans. Well, Americans are needy too, but humans, as far as the human body, humans are very needy. We need this and that, food, water, clothes, cell phone. You know what I'm saying? We need so much stuff. So it's like, and this is as adults, let alone as a child, literally 19 years old. And I know you think, oh, that's 18. That's just the limits, like as far as age limits. Okay, now you're just old enough to smoke cigarettes, or then, 3 more years you'll be old enough to drink alcohol. That does not make you an adult. If your brain has not developed, or you still got a child mentality, or all you know is what you learned in school, ABC, tire shoe, and shut up, then it's like you don't know much. You won't really learn how to become adult until you actually learn and get out there and understand how things work, especially if you weren't taught. That's another thing too. These families, they fail their children. Don't teach them right or wrong. They don't teach them what they need to know. But then here they go. They throw you out there to fend for yourself. And I'm thinking like that's pretty extreme. Yeah. So that's one thing I would never do. And there's a lot of things too. People say, oh, don't say what you'll never do. No, when it comes to my children or the children that I've raised, I would never abandon them, even in their wrongdoing. Because again, you get people who are full-fledged serial killers, murders and all that, sex offenders and all that, and people will protect them like they're the damn president and not a damn criminal, so it's like, I don't want to hear the excuse, oh, well, he's not working. Okay, well, your perverted boyfriend ain't working either, but he has no worries. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, people blow me with this, and I don't want to just blame it on the females. Hell, even it's not really a man or a woman thing, but there's reasons why it's said that, okay, the children are a little bit more safer, or they can probably see a little bit more clearer with the father versus with the mother. Because I don't know if the mother feels like she has something to prove, and that's why she has to use quote-unquote tough love or whatever they want to call it. But yeah, abandoning your children and then wondering why they hate you growing up, I'm just like, yeah, I'm never going to be surprised about, why did my son hate me? I only left him for dead when he was 19 or 18 or whatever, or even somewhere younger. Oh, my mom put me out at 10. And I'm like, what? Not only would I be an ass, I probably would hate my family. I had to literally, like, the last time I felt abandoned, I think the last time I felt abandoned to where it's like, okay, to hell with family. I want to say I was probably like 2019 or 2020. It probably was a little bit before that, but I think it was the last straw around that time, like 2019 or 2020. And I was just more like, I am over it, to the point where before I become a bitter troll, I'm just going to just say to hell with you all, and then just, heal from afar. And that's what ended up happening. I ended up like far away to where, oh, why won't you come around? I'm thinking like, do you guys forget that y'all are into sorcery? Like, are you kidding me? That's why I say sometimes family can be the worst. So I would never put family on that. Now, and here's the crazy thing is, I did years ago, like when I was younger, like literally as a child, my family was on a pedestal. They could do no wrong. Oh my gosh, I look at family. Whoa, happy birthday. Oh my God, family. So you look at family and you got all these swirls in your eyes, and you think families is the best thing since sliced bread. And then they betray you. And then that pedestal turns into coal. You see what I'm saying? And then if you're not careful, that's going to turn into bitterness. Like I see people like that. Like they hate their parents, or they hate their upbringing, to where now they got all that venom. They're spewing that venom into their children. That's why I say I have literally family members like that. Their upbringing turned them into a monster, and their children, they do not get along with their children because they became toxic. So that's where I want to be, and say like, okay, there's certain things, if you know you didn't like it, or you had an uncomfortable childhood, just please don't make the next generation uncomfortable. That's another thing too. Even with the quote unquote whoopings, beatings, whatever you want to call them, like that's another thing too. Because obviously that stuff doesn't work. If you got to beat the crap out of a kid and they're doing the same thing, clearly there's some mental illness somewhere. There's brain damage there somewhere. Maybe stop hitting them in the head. You see what I'm saying? That's another thing too. Parents got that real bad. Oh, let's just punch him in the chest. Make him a man. I'm like, y'all sound so stupid. And then the second you kill them, then you want to hide the body in the freezer. Just like that one parent, I guess she choked her son with a belt because he was terrorizing the other children, and she chokes him. Oh, you want to do this? She ends up killing him. So she puts the boy in the freezer. And I'm just like, oh my God, help us, please. What the hell's going on in this world? So that's why I was like, we need to start practicing healthy relationships. I understand a lot of us had nasty ass trifling upbringings to where it's like, oh, you're literally turning me into a monster. My brain damage came from home. I became a savage from home. You feel sorry for me? Well, don't feel sorry for me, Isaac. Feel sorry for the world. Like, I'm good, you know. You don't have to feel sorry for me. Feel sorry for the world, Isaac. Like, I'm perfectly fine now. I'm just saying, like, well, literally with the upbringings, what I've witnessed with the children, most of the time the children are left for dead. So that's why it's like, okay, to me, I would be an advocate for the children because it's more like somebody got to protect the damn children, you know? Because I'm thinking with us, we're so damn toxic and we don't realize how toxic we are until we push everyone away. And then we're wondering where, as we get older, and that's another thing too for these parents who feel like, oh, well, you're of a certain age, get out. You do know your ass is going to get old. Somebody's going to have to take care of you because everything is a cycle. You take care of your future, so then therefore your future takes care of you, and then your future is taken care of because they're going to continue on your legacy. If your children are not in your life because y'all don't get along or you put them out, left them, basically had them socially murdered when they were 19, then it's like, that's probably a good reason why he didn't show up to your funeral. Because he probably figured, to hell with you. And he probably felt that way the second you threw him out. Like I say, I'm sure he thought very highly of his mother. Now, to hell with his mother. Yeah, I wasn't necessarily talking about myself. I'm speaking of someone else's story. I'm just saying I'm relating with him because I can see where that comes from. Because I've literally been around family members. I had families where they would, you know, once you're a certain age, oh, okay, well, you're an adult now. I don't have to take care of you anymore, which is good. It's nice to lessen the load, but you have to teach them how to take care of yourself. And if you don't have a job, well, here's a certain time frame, or hell, try this place. Give them a few months to find a job, and then once they get the ball rolling, then maybe like a month or two later, okay, we'll just start charging you rent. I don't think anything's wrong with that too. You can charge your children rent. Hell, even if it's high or low, because it's like it does teach discipline. So even if they do get in the real world, they're not expecting, well, hell, well, mom fed me. You know what I'm saying? They're not expecting a handout, if you will. So I'm all for the discipline, but you still got to learn discipline. You got to learn how to live on your own. You got to learn how to be an adult. You got to learn the ropes of life, you know, and you're not going to learn that because you turn 18. I mean, unless you just literally been working on the railroad since you're 4, you know, and some families do that too. Hell, the second you learn how to walk, go get that hammer and nail and get to work. That's more like the Asian way of living, but honestly, I'm okay with that too, because I have a lot of nephews that are like, well, one particular nephew, like he likes to pool and stuff, and he likes heavy lifting. Like if it'd be something so crazy, it's like, why are you reaching for that? He likes to reach for the most craziest, dangerous things, tear curtains. I was like, well, hell, you would be great on the construction site. Like, you put him right up there on that construction site. I'm like, okay, well, you like hard labor, you know. So I'm all for it. Like I say, if they have like the energy to want to, you know, to whatever, finding their passion. If you got the children that like to write on the wall, hell, maybe that's an artist trying to express themselves. So again, instead of breaking their nose because they're writing all over the wall, get them a pen and paper or some paint. Let them paint outside. Let them express themselves. Like I say, our upbringing has been so toxic to where it's like, oh, just shut up. My mom told me, my mom slapped me, I'm going to slap you. It's just like, calm down. We don't have to be so evil anymore. It's called getting rid of that generational curse. Well, my mom slapped me, I'm going to slap you. No, you turned out to be a beast. So we don't want that anymore. You know, so we're going to do something different, you know, instead of having that toxic cycle. If it's something that made you uncomfortable, oh, well, I had to do this and that. And if one thing, if it's the discipline is needed. Now, that might be uncomfortable, having to wake up early, make your bread, or brush your teeth. Okay, waking up early, I'm sure no one would run to that. But that's still called, this is still good to get up early. Therefore, you start your day early. Then you'll have time to dick around later on because everything's already done, you know. Especially work. I would rather just go to work early, get done early, so therefore you can enjoy the rest of the day and have time to think versus working all the time and you can't even think. But yeah, I would say, like, for those with children or those who plan on starting a family, just do the total opposite. If you knew that your upbringing was a little uncomfortable or something that you didn't like other than discipline, then I would say just do the total opposite. Like, you really don't. You don't have to swing on your children. They're sponges. Yeah, because, like, I had to wake up early. Oh, yeah, we had to wake up at 6 a.m. to catch the 6:50 bus. So it's like 6 a.m. was the latest. So it'd be like, if you're not up before 6 a.m., you got to be up early. Like, we was up so early, like, our stomach hurt. Because, you know, children don't go to bed. Like, we up dicking around all night. But it's like, 6 a.m., that's too early. Like, ah. But then on a Saturday, we can wake up early because we know we don't have nothing that's making us wake up. It was the weirdest thing. Like, we had trouble waking up on school day. But Saturday, Sunday, we're up early getting into stuff. But I'm like, okay. Yeah, so if it's anything that's other than, like, discipline, yeah, like I said, get up early, clean up. Yeah, you might not want to do it, but it's good to do that, you know, because that's discipline and it'll help you in the long run. But the children, like, as far as, like, with the whole the hitting and then you got to get out at 18, like, that can be minimized to zero. Now, sometimes children do, you probably do need to, knock them back into reality. But I mean, literally breaking bones, and that's your form of discipline, or using weapons. I'm just like, okay, now that's just overkill. It sounds like you just want to release your anger off into your children versus, okay, hey, why do I have to beat the crap out of you because you got into the peanut butter? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's one of those things where it becomes personal when you start using your children as punching bags. And again, that's going to cause resentment too, especially if they turn into abusers. They're going to hate you for that. My parents beat the shit out of me. The only thing I have is scars to show for it. That didn't help at all. If anything, that may turn them into a monster. And then now they're kicking their children in the head. And it's like, that's a nasty ass cycle that we need to stop doing, especially if we don't know how to properly discipline. Because I say, there's nothing wrong with discipline. Okay, do right and wrong, have a certain schedule, and then if you don't do it, maybe there will be consequences. Okay, well since you didn't get done fast enough, maybe you'll miss dessert, or maybe you won't be able to go outside. Okay, big deal. I think everyone would live behind that. But if you get hit across the head because you're making mistakes that children do, like if you're writing on the walls, yeah, okay, don't write on the walls. But again, if I know that you keep doing it, you either got brain damage, or you really just want to express yourself. There was a lady that was saying, like, she was an artist, and her way of expressing herself, she was drawing all over the walls. And I don't know if the parents took that as sorcery. They're like, are you you're doing sorcery? So they beat the crap out of her. But it's like, she's expressing herself, but they don't know that, because children, you put to shut up. You say something and you're talking gibberish, shut up. They tell you to shut up. You get slapped, and then you do the same thing because you didn't express yourself. Oh, I was writing on the wall because I wanted to make you a picture. They're not looking at, okay, you're messing up the place. They just think like, okay, hey, I'm gonna draw something cool, or this is what was in my mind. This is my only way of knowing, expressing myself. And then it's like, okay, just get a paint. Yeah, that early. Yeah, 6 a.m. early. Yeah, it's like, get get them a little paint board. Okay, because children are going to get into stuff. They like painting. Like, okay, here's something. Get yourself dirty. Paint outside. Here you go. Make a canvas. But I don't think people allow children to express themselves in a healthy way, to where it's like, okay, you just shut up, go to school, and it's always shut up. And I don't think the children healthily. Now I'm not saying the unhealthy express yourself, because these days they want the children to express themselves. You got little boys in dresses. Now that's one thing I don't mind you slapping that out of their mouth, because that's sorcery. Little boy says he want to wear a dress. Now, unless something happened to you at home, like, why do you want to wear a dress? I feel like investigation need to be done. If right is wrong and wrong is right in the house, yeah, some investigations need to be done. Because that's not normal. And we can blame it on the food, blame it on whatever it is. Get to the bottom of what's causing that, because that's not natural or normal. But yeah, other than that, yeah, should be express yourself. As far as art, what do you want to do? Like I say, with my nephew that likes to pull on stuff and climb up stuff, it sounds like he'll be a great construction worker, and I'm sure he would love it out there on the construction field. I'm sure he would love it, because he likes to get in stuff. He want to bang on stuff, use hammer and nail. Like, okay, get him some equipment and go ahead and put him out there on the construction site. Ground level, of course. Yeah, so I think that'll be cool. Oh, you like to draw? What do you draw, Isaac? Make rubber band bracelets. Oh yeah, I remember those. I remember the ones with black rubber bands. Oh my gosh, I remember those in high school. Those were really cool. Yeah, like with the beads and arts and crafts. I did a lot of sewing too. I want to get back into sewing. Like, literally, I miss being hands-on. Like, I'm hands-on now, but I want to be more hands-on, like making food, clothes, everything by hand. Right now, I only do like hands. I'm still working on like more food. Oh, anime draw. Okay, cool. I like anime. Nice. Okay. That sounds good, Isaac. That is good too. It's therapeutic too. You can draw out whatever needs to be done. And if I'm thinking, what's wrong with the world? We need to be more hands-on, and therefore we can express ourselves. Like, okay, look what I made, or look what I just did, or I literally just built a car. They have stuff where they can literally, I don't know how that'll work with the tariff stuff, but they'll literally send you a huge box of car parts, and you piece it together. I think that'll be so cool for the children to come together. Okay, build a car. And then once it's done, hey, let's go for a joyride. And I'm thinking that'd be so cool. Give them something to look forward to, versus just having to sit back, wallowing in our own sorrows. Oh, well, I just lost my job. Oh, people just want to sit around and be depressed. Like, no, instead of be hands-on. If they shut the stores down, start growing food. You can start growing food. Now, they might tell you it's illegal, but what they don't know won't hurt you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's one of those things where they are making it hard to be more hands-on. I'm not going to say that it's not harder to be hands-on, because right now it's forbidden. Literally, you can actually do that Home Depot only on Saturdays. Yeah, I would say I'm all for that. literally piecing a car together, and you know how much the children would appreciate that. Like, oh wow, we built this car, and then they can go for a damn joyride in there. That'd be cool. Seeing your finishing product, hell, even building a tree house, and it don't even have to be like a big house. Get you some few slabs of wood and build something, whatever you come up with. That's going to be your finishing product. And I'm thinking that's cool too, just to be hands on and to get the feel of actually building something. And it's like, wow, you know. And even if it turns out looking crazy or looking a mess, I'm like, okay, well, you know what you need to work on. Okay, I'm gonna need more wood on this side, more hammer and nail over there, add a base. You see what I'm saying? Whatever it is, it can be fixed. Okay, see you. Oh yeah, see you later. Have fun at school, Isaac. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. Enjoy. Yeah. So what was it? Yeah. So just being hands on, and even with Isaac, hopefully he said he likes to draw. So hopefully, you know, he's able to express himself, do some painting and artwork and, you know, sketching and all that. That's all good. It's expressions, you know. And then also it keeps you busy too, because it's like you don't have time to be, you know, dicking around or time to be worried about what's going on in the world because you're occupied with productive work, so to speak. Yeah, but I'm actually all for that. Like I want to do. I don't want to just say that I'm talking about it and not being about it, but literally have like more like strictly for the children organizations, like we're like place for them to go, because a lot of times we have I'm sorry, so you can watch your videos. Okay, I am subscribed to you so I can watch your videos. Oh sure, perfect. Thank you. Yeah, enjoy it. Some of the video might have to cover your ears because they have profanity, but enjoy. Okay, well yeah, enjoy. Have a good day at school, Isaac. Yeah, just having like literally facilities for the children, if need be, they can get away from home and then come into these safe, secure places to where it's like, okay, I need a place to stay or need somewhere to eat or whatever the case may be. Have the safe places, you know, because I'm thinking that's what the world is missing, a safe place. And you think home is safe. Home is not always safe. For most people, if not all people, most of their trauma, it happens at home. It starts at home, even if nothing happens at all. Once I leave home, I'm being terrorized. It still starts at home. Starts here because you come over or I get sent away from home to be terrorized, if you will. You know, so I always say most of our trauma starts at home, if not all of it. It starts at home. Even if, it's been fine, nothing's happened at home, but you still got to leave home to be terrorized, or somebody got to come over to terrorize it. So it's like, it's one of those things where sometimes home is not always home. So it's just good to have somewhere to go, a healthy, safe place to go if you just need to get away. Get to a safe place. You got to run away from home. Maybe mom is fighting dad or dad's fighting mom. Whatever's going on, you got to get out of there. Because like I say, traumatic situations can mess it up for your future. Then you feel like that's okay. Well, hell, my mom was getting her ass whooped the whole time. Maybe I should whoop ass. No, those are not healthy transactions. So you do have to remove yourself from that. Like I say, sometimes home should be like for somewhere where you're supposed to. Even hell, how about this? If grown men complain. This is why grown men don't come home. They have to come home to a messy home or a loud home. The children and the wife is acting a fool. That's going to terrorize a grown-ass man. Imagine what the children are going through, you know? So it's like, put yourselves in the children's shoes for once. Because that's what I'm thinking, too. A lot of people say, to hell with those damn children. Hell, my mom slapped me, I'm going to slap them. You know, so it's like we're not really considering our future. So if your future got their marbles swirled because you're too busy kicking them in the head, like, we're not going to have a very bright future if we're not upbringing our children or our youth in the right department, you know? That trauma, that's going to mess up the whole process. If I'm mentally ill or if I got brain damage, I'm probably not going to be able to see clearly as far as what I'm supposed to be doing to secure the future. You know, so we need to start looking out for our future, prioritizing them. Yes, you are important. And if you need something, I'm here to listen, not to tell you to shut up. You know, we're going to listen. Yeah. Okay, adios, Isaac. You said you're going to leave about 10 times. Have a great day at school. Yeah, so, yeah, have a healthy place and just, I would say, uplifting the youth for once. So that's one thing as far as I would never abandon the youth. Whether my children or yours, it's like, because we actually do need the future. Like, you know, and I'm thinking like I say, we get so selfish, we don't think about that. These are the runners up. So that means when you become elderly or whenever you can no longer put in the work, someone has to pick up the torch. That's the future. Like I was saying, we have to pamper the future and prepare them to keep the ball rolling. So yes, I'm all for literally just strictly investing into the children, because at this point though I am ready to just say to hell with the adults, because it's kind of like to hell with you, because if you're ruined or if there's no hope for you, then get out the way. Don't destroy the damn youth. Because really, to tell you the truth, I have more use for the future as far as the youth than these rotten ass adults. Because if you look around, like, okay, what are y'all doing? Hell, what are you bringing to the table? They always want to say the children ain't this and that. You ain't working. What are you doing? Besides housing a sex offender, what are you doing? You know, so it's like these mugs aren't doing nothing productive either. That's why the children hate you. Half of y'all don't even know where your children are. So yeah, just think about that. Consider your damn children for once. The world will be a better place. I'm telling you. Stop sacrificing. Stop selling your children to Moloch. The world will be a better place. Okay? So anyway, be well and be safe.